Hi guys, welcome back. Final episode of the season, not the final season. So I'm having a quick gander at our buildings here. We haven't got any fucking money. I'm just wondering about for next season. Now, I know obviously we need to concentrate on the car parts, but I do feel like we should probably start moving into some of these things. I'm wondering about getting either the scouting facility, so we've got some more drivers available to us, or going into the forecasting centre. Part of me feels like we should get the forecasting centre so we can see the rain a little bit further ahead, maybe help us out there. Sponsorship wise, after this race and then the first race of the next season, we'll have 2 available to us, which hopefully will give us a nice little financial boost. And then obviously we've got the 3 races, and then we've got 3 and 5 races. Finances aren't looking great at all. I'm going to set the budget for the last race down. No, I want the 600,000. Might need that. So yeah, but this is Tondela. So we are going to go into Tondela now. Do we go for the 9th based on Lara's last race? I think we risk it. I think we're not going to go for the 2nd. We're going to go for the 9. So yeah, this is the last race of this season. So next season, I think it's going to be round 11. I don't know where Guildford will fit in on the stage. I'm assuming it will fit in last. I don't think they'll sort of shove anything in the middle, but as far as I'm aware, they're not replacing another race with. I think it's literally an addition to, but we'll find out. So in the last episode, obviously Lara had a cracking finish. 2nd, was it? Vosu had a really shitty second half to the race. He was first for a good portion of the race, and then decided that he couldn't be asked for it anymore. So, don't know what happened there. We'll go with the softs. We might go to super softs. Looks like there's quite a few straights, but sharp corners. So I think we're going to want low speed corners. Probably want a bit more into acceleration, I should imagine, and maybe some oversteer. That's probably a bit too much there. We'll see what happens there. We'll keep them on softs. I'm not going to go super softs. Same for Olvosu here. So I think we struggle with this guy, don't we? Normally on this race to get his set up right. I can't remember now. It's been what, 3 races now in Tondela. Let's take the practice. I can never remember exactly what happens out here. We want the race trim. We want 8 laps worth. Yeah, fine. Go on out, Lara. Same for you, mate. Get on out there. Let's get this sped up. So yeah. But no, apart from Vosu's really disappointing second half performance in the last race, we done really well. Despite the fact he finished 18th, we finished 6th overall. Obviously, Lara got a podium, which is always nice. Won't a win, but it's still a podium. We just need to do something with. Right, so Lara's happy with her gearing, but we need to do something with regards to her marketability. Her marketability is really piss poor. I don't know how we increase. I assume we increase marketability by winning races. She did actually want a new contract in between this race and the last race. She contacted us and said, "Look, I want a pay rise," and I just went, "No, can't afford that." So she's not getting a pay rise. How about that? Sound good to you, Vosu? It looks fairly decent to me. But so we had a disappointment. Actually, it was a morale drop, but that's just how it is, I guess. And yeah, so I don't know how it's going to affect us for next season. I don't know how much longer she's got on her contract, actually. I think she's got 1 more season. We will try to get a new contract on if that is the case. It's just we can't afford to give sign-on fees. I think I might let Vosu's contract expire and see if we can get another pay driver, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Vosu. It could just be his car's dog shit. But if we do keep hold of Vosu, we're going to have to change his status from equal to 2nd driver. Right, so let's bring in both guys. Go to Vosu first, as he's here. But yeah, we're gonna have to put him as second driver if he stays. He's not good enough to be equal status, so you actually want this a bit more this way, do you? Okay. How about there? Dial you back a little bit to there. See how that one works out, shall we? Yeah, same tyres. Level 2 on the race trim and the super softs. Might get the opportunity to get level 3, in which case I'm possibly going to get qualifying trim. Yeah, as I was saying, definitely going to have to look at maybe getting him onto second choice driver if he's there, because his happiness is just dismal. He's not a happy guy. Let's try that. Give me something back, Fosu. Talk to me, mate. I did change the ballast. You asked me to change the ballast, therefore I changed the ballast. I think you asked me. Was it? I can't remember now. But yeah, so Lara obviously is going to stay. She's got the potential to become a lot better. Still quite young. Costs a lot of money. But we need a decent driver. Vosu definitely not going to stay unless he's happy to take second choice driver. If he doesn't take second choice, then we'll get someone else in who's just as good, if not better. So Vosu's going to come in. We have got level 3. Whether we can get another lap out, I don't know. Alright, so let's get you qualifying real quick. So we've gone the other way there. So the steering's fine. So we just need to take you there. Try that one out. Hopefully it's not too much fucking around. So what do we have before? Great. So we need to... Seems like it might be a bit too much. Looks right to me. Same tyres, definitely needing to get out quick. Right. I don't think we're going to get another lap out, unfortunately. It's just 1:15 is the fastest lap so far. We'll have a look. Where is Lara? Lara's coming around this corner here. Can she get it out before? Alright, so Lara's going to get a flying lap. Vosu doesn't. I don't think that's going to translate into level 1. No, it's not going to translate into level 1, unfortunately. A little bit disappointing, but it was worth a go. That's all I can say there. It's worth a shout. But we do get level 3 for the race trim and for the tyres. So I just really hope we can... It's raining. Obviously. It's going to get fucking super wet, isn't it? Okay, well we're going to take wets. It's wet, wet, wet. Good old 80s, early 90s British band. Wet, wet, wet. I say good. Mediocre. So soft tyres and fuel economy, just don't know, might help out. Soft tyres, super overtake. You never know, might need the tyres. Let's take the qualifying. Get out there. Looks like we're the only ones going out on wets at the moment. That'll all change. Let's get this smashed up into top speed. Soinen's on wets. Parisi is on wets. This needs to disappear so we can see who else is on wets. But yeah, everyone's changing over to wets now, but we do a lot better in the wet, as we know. It's going to be an interlap, unfortunately, by the looks of things, by the time we get perfect, overheated, good. It's going to be a good lap for Lara. Second half of the lap's going to be a little bit slower as the rain starts to dissipate, but should be good. Should still be a good lap. What we'll do though, once they've done their laps, we'll get them in, get them on a soft, send them out on another faster one. Hopefully we'll get that done in time. Do apologise if you can hear the washing machine in the background. Vosa was faster than Lara. If you hear a washing machine in the background, do apologise. I'm recording this straight after the previous episode, which was episode 9. I do have a lot of washing to get on the go, so I've done the first lot. That's hanging up to dry out in the sun. This lot's going to go on a clothes horse indoors, and yeah, not that you need to know my routine for getting my washing done. I was going to stick the tumble dryer on, but the weather's nice, and also you'd be able to hear it. You can probably hear that going, but never mind. So let's get these guys out on these super softs. Should be able to get another one out. They are the fastest two on the track as it stands, but Stefansson's going to be out. In fact, I should imagine everyone's going to get out and get around, but it's fine as long as we finish top 9, which is doable. We should be fine. Overheated, perfect. Come on, Vosa, get another good lap. Still suffering from snotty nose syndrome though. If you remember the last episode, I had a real bad snotty nose. Still got it. Nearly everyone's back out on super softs, so we're going to probably lose a few positions here. But it is Q1. As long as we go through, get past the elimination threshold, we'll be fine. That is a good lap. Vos is slightly slower. Stefansson a lot quicker. Shannon a lot quicker. Soinen a lot quicker. In fact, nearly everyone's going to be quicker. So, Mintel's a little bit slower. Who's this coming around? Giuliani's going to be quicker than us. That's not bad. 5th and 6th on the super softs. So obviously a lot of guys back below us do have the wets, which would have obviously slowed them down, and they didn't bother going out again, which makes it, I mean, Holgersen 2nd, 8th, 5th. These guys are going to be at the back of the pack, and they're going to be a little bit worrying for me, I have to admit. But they don't go through. So let's take the qualifying again. A lot drier today, though, in Portugal. Yeah. I kind of want to tweak it a little bit, see if we can get like excellence across the board, but part of me thinks it's going to be fuck it, let's try it. We'll do that one. Off we go. Don't know, we'll have a gander. Off you fuck, mate, off you fuck. So back into auto and get it sped right up. So yeah, today still got the same plan as I did in the last episode. I've still got a couple of Football Manager episodes to record. Still going to record first episode of the season 4. Overheated, perfect. Good. And I'm still umming and ahhing about the Pokemon series. I will do the next episode. We are halfway through a gym, I think, as of the last episode. So we'll get the gym done out of the way. Maybe we'll have a look at extending it so we can catch a couple of Pokemon. I think that's part of the reason why I am not enjoying it. We've not been able to catch anything for a little while. Just because we've not found anywhere to have an encounter. But we'll have a look. We'll get another Crusader King episode done today. I'm really enjoying the Crusader King's playthrough. We're below our sponsorship objective here. Let's get sent back out again. So that was actually worse. So let's go back to that previous setup and just send them back out on those tyres. So yeah, so I am really enjoying the Crusader Kings 2 series. It's been, I've really been enjoying it. I really have. Don't know where it's going to go. I do think I may take it into EU4, Europa Universalis 4. It's going to take a long time to get there. We've got I can't remember when the game sort of ends. I think it's like the 1400s is when it ends. And we're in the 800s. So we've done 1 century so far. Perfect, perfect. Overheated, perfect. We've done 1 century so far. So we've got a few more centuries to go. 6 more centuries to go. But, you know, we're in season 7, episode 7. So, you know, we're looking at another, 30 odd episodes. I don't think that's alright. 40 odd episodes, is it? I don't think that's too bad. So Lara up in the 10th, Vosu a little bit slower. Will they stay? Because we need Lara to finish sort of 10th, really. And then hopefully finish 9th in Q2. But we'll see how it runs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it into EU4. If we can get done what we need to get done in CK2, and then EU4, we're going to have a nice little setup. Anyway, you guys come here to see Motorsport Manager, not hear me talk about my other games and promote myself anywhere else. So, Vosu has gone out in 11th place. Not bad considering the shit car, shit driver. And Lara has gone through to Q3, so we'll only worry about Lara, obviously. I'm not going to tweak her car too much. We do want 9th. Anyone amazing gone out? Not really. So, let's take the qualifying. As per. And it is a hot, sunny day. It's not good for us. Doesn't look like any rain at all. So, let's go with... We're locked in for those tyres, are we? Fucking wonderful. Cheers, GMA. So, we went there last time, didn't we? Let's try that. I just want to try and eke everything out if I can. Straight into auto. Come on, Lara. Get us a good lap. We need 9th at least. It's 225 grand. Just sat there for the taking. But yeah, next season with this car. Good. It's better than a kick to the cock. So this car next season, we are going to take a cheap build. The only expensive part we're going to have is keeping this same battery. We're just going to concentrate on creating new parts, making the car better. That's all we can do. We just need to improve our car. And if we spend all our money on making the car's improvability really, really high, and then not actually improving it, like we did this season, then it's not going to help us out. Lara's not got a bad lap, but everyone else is faster. I'm hoping... Yeah, Critchley's got like a better lap time. Everyone's got a better lap time. Giuliani's definitely going to have a better lap time. There we go. Down in 10th. Can we do anything to change that? So that was 95%. That's 94. That's 95. Oh, I don't think we can we? Okay, no worries. Let's go back out. Come on, Lara. Get perfect. Bring home the bacon. So there's no point in having a car of massive improvability if we can't actually improve it, and that's what we're going to do next. Well, it's not what we're going to do next season. So I say we are going to have a car that's got, medium improved, perfect. You beautiful little bastard. Medium sort of improvement, and we're just going to go for it basically. I think first things first is getting suspension. Suspension is our weakest part. Actually, no. We're gonna get the engine done first. We're gonna build 2 new engines. Then we're gonna do suspension. Then we're gonna do the gearbox. That is the plan. Alright, so she did get a faster time there by the looks of things, but it's not good enough. So we don't go through 9th. We go through in 10th. Could be worse. But so we're gonna do that. We do have spoilers, do have spec brakes. I feel like if we do well enough next season, if we get like a second or third, then we will look at maybe voting against spec brakes again. Might pay the money to sort of take spec brakes out of the rules. Because they do give you an opportunity to vote every season. It costs £1 million to do so. And obviously it doesn't always go in your favour, but we will try to get spec brakes out of the equation and start going for those. I don't know if it's going to help us out, that's the only thing. I think we'll have to work on our headquarters first, to be fair, but never mind. So 10th and 11th for us. It's not bad. It's the last race of the season though. We need to make sure we finish at least 6th overall. So, can we see the rain real quick? No, there's no rain. So we are locked into these tyres, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So how many laps is it? It's 32 laps. You get 15 out of those. You get 9 to 11 out of those. Right. So, 12. We're going to have to do multiple stops, aren't we? So it will give you 14 laps of fuel. Everything else can stay the same. For you, how much do you have on those tyres? 5 to 7. We're going to give you 10 laps of fuel. Obviously this guy's going to come in first. This woman, sorry, is going to come in first. And she's going to have to do multiple stops, isn't she? So we're going to give her the pit stop guru and race trim. And you're going to get... that was my phone texting me. Oh, that's... yeah. When I was down at the weekend, just gone, seeing my little girl in Plymouth, she downloaded Magikarp Bounce or Magikarp Jump to my phone, and I just had a notification from that. So, anyway, we will go race trim, and I don't know if we should go soft tyres or light-footed soft tyres. Part of me thinks we should go light-foot soft tyres, because that way we can change around. Or should we just... no, we'll just take soft tyres, fuck it. So, you got super soft, you got soft. We obviously have to go smash into it to begin with. Actually no, let's do that. So how long do you get out of those? You get, like, was it 13, 14 laps? Right, okay, there we go. So, last race of the season with Parisi, Critchley, Stefansson, Amura and Landvik starters. Critchley doesn't have a broken neck today. I didn't check in the last race. Critchley seems to perpetually have a broken neck. I don't know why. Clearly just crashes a lot. So Lara dropping positions straight away. Vosu up into 9th. I need to slow that down a little bit. Let's have a look at Vosu. Vosu's dropped down to 11th. He's got fastest lap so far. He's fastest in that sector. Vosu and Lara back up into their original... well, I say that. Vosu's just dropped a position. Oh, back up. Nice. Lara with the fastest lap. It won't stay the fastest lap, but imagine if it did. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So Lara up in 9th. Vosu in 11th, back into his original position. Lara's gaining positions like it's going out of fashion by the looks of things. It's just not. Just trying to. Come on, Vosu, on the inside. No, apparently not. On the inside, like... So our drivers are battling out of each other, it seems. Not where I want to be. So let's cut back on these tyres, shall we? Lara's getting caught up. Lara's dropping positions. How about you, Vosu? Can you do something with the position you're in? You should be able to cut on the inside, surely. So Lara's dropped a position, regained it. How's she doing? I think we'll bring her in on the next lap. Saying that, pause it a second. So, Parisi's not coming in yet. Stefansson's not coming in yet. Critchley isn't. Neither is Amura. Giuliani. Channon isn't. Landvik is, NATO is. So we're not going to go in yet. We're going to wait till the next lap. We've got the fuel, so might as well. Might as well try to gain a couple of positions out of this. Alright, so if we get Lara to pit on this one. So there's 28 laps remaining, you get 13 and 15 out of those. Yeah, we'll do that. If we can get you 17 laps of fuel, yeah. Won't worry about recharging the battery. So how much does that add? Could do that. Yeah, we're going to risk a little recharge. So 6th and 7th as it stands. Lara's obviously going to drop a shitload of positions in a minute because she's coming into pit. But then again, I think nearly everyone in front of us is as well. No, apparently not. We're going to. She can try to catch up in a bit. Let's switch to Vosu, keeping an eye on this here. So good there, good across the board. Nice to see. She is going to come out in 19th. Yeah. So we're going to let her ERS charge up a bit more. We're just going to make good use of it, basically. Don't you worry about the fuel. Every race, I'm worried about the fuel. Don't worry about the fuel. Let me worry about the fuel. That's my job, you know. Just fucking shut up. So we need Vosu to go 2 more laps, I'd say. No, we need a bit more than that, don't we? Probably 3 more laps. And then we'll start switching up his tyres. Can Lara do anything? I'm going to use this ERS here, look. So Vosu up into first. Come on, Lara, get something out of this. Lara up into 17th. What's Vosu got? Vosu's got a 4.5 second gap, which is not bad, I suppose. That probably will drop down a little bit, but Lara's still holding on to 17th at the moment. So who's that? Mintz is going to pit, so that will increase our gap to 4.9 seconds. Well, 4.8. Holgerson's definitely going to catch up. He's already at 4.6, 4.5, 4.4. So yeah, Holgerson's definitely going to catch up. Let's have a look. Where's Lara? Lara up into 17th. She did drop a position there briefly to Cannon, I think it was. So shall we go? No, we need to pit because I fucked up with the fuel. So 13 laps remaining. We're going to go softs. We're going to try and drag this out, and then hopefully we can come out in 18th. Yeah, so we're going to try and drag it out, and then hopefully we can well, hopefully we'll be able to come out and attack again and go out on super softs for the last part. If you can hear that beeping in the background, I do apologise. Washing machine is apparently done. So he is out in 19th, which is unfortunate, but it was a good pit. Let's go to Lara. Lara being ahead, obviously. Can you do anything, Lara, to, you know, change your fortune a little bit? So who's 14th? 14th. Cannon's going to pit. Just dropped another fucking position. Who did you just drop that to? Suero. Oh, it's fucking Suero if you don't catch up with him. Ugh. Just dropping fucking positions everywhere. Who the fuck was that? It was Giuliani. Vosu up to 17th. You need to do something about this, Lara. This is not good. This is not where someone of your caliber should be finishing. Go on, take it. Take it back. Alright, so Lara's regained 14th. Up into 11th. Vosu up into 15th. Can Lara just push just that a little bit more and get us a decent position? Oh, stop talking about the fucking fuel, will you? So we've got a few guys ahead of us going to pit. Let's go back to neutral. Lara is up into 6th. Vosu is up into 11th. Nice. So let's keep pushing. Who's that in front of us? Suero is going to pit soon. Vosu has dropped back down to 13th, unfortunately. He is on the tail of a couple of drivers, though. Lara does have a few guys on her tail. She's got Holgson and Giuliani, so she'll probably lose her position soon. How's she doing? Right, let's have a look up here. Nothing much. Come on, Lara. Just, oh, fuck's sake. So we're going to come back on these and that for now. So I'm just trying to work it out. So we've got 4 laps of fuel left. So we may be able to go out on super softs at the end. Vosu's sort of not doing too great. I mean, he's not doing terribly, but he's not doing great either. I just need Lara to hold on for another 4 laps, basically. It's not going to. We've only just lost the fastest lap, though, if I remember rightly. I think we had it. Holgerson's just taken it. I can't believe that can't be right. That can't be right at all. There's like a 4-second difference there. So Lara's down in 6th. She's going to lose 7th in a minute, but I mean, it's Critchley. Critchley's not a bad driver at all. Vosu down into 14th. Lara back up into 5th with a fantastic manoeuvre. Up into 4th, briefly. Back down into 5th. How are we doing? Come on, Lara. Just hold off these guys, will you? Vosu, you going to be able to do anything along the backstretch here? Probably not. So who's pitting in? Minza's pitting in. We will pit Lara now, actually. I think we're going to pit Lara now. It's a bit earlier than I wanted to, so it means... actually, no, we're not. We're not. I mean, her lap times are going to struggle, but we need to make sure... So 14, we're going to have to go softs. I didn't want to, but... We're going to have to do that. I mean, there's going to be guys coming in and out, but... Vosu in 12th now. So that's a good pit, that. Shame that we're coming out in last, but it is a good pit. So let's switch to Vosu. Can you do anything for us, mate? Who's in front of you? Shannon, you got Wilson behind you. You should be able to hold off Wilson. Realistically, anyway. Anyone going into pit? There is someone in the pit. Are they on their way out? They are on their way out, so we're not going to make anything of that. A little bit unfortunate. There should be more guys going into pits soon, though. So there is that. Let's get you to conserve your tyres. You probably get a couple more laps out, can't you? We're going to get you to conserve your tyres as well, though. Just keep on the attack. Can we take anything here? Up into 11th, but we're going to lose that very, very quickly to Wilson if Vosu doesn't pull his fucking finger out. Come on, Lara, do something. I know you're struggling with tyre wear, mate, but I need you to just push that a little bit longer, okay? There's Lara. Lara up into 18th. Oh, we should be fine here. Oh, fuck. I forgot to pit him. Shit. Fuck. I forgot to do the pit, didn't I? Bollocks. Oh, dog shit. Ah, fuck a duck. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Vos. That's twice recently I've fucked you over. Can we limp him round? Can we limp him round? Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to, are we? Just about managing to limp round. Come on, Lara. It's all on you now. At least we got a good one there, I guess. Vosu coming out fucking miles behind of everyone. Lara's not doing much better either. Ah, oh, dear, oh fucking dear. I can't believe I forgot to pit him. Partnering with the fastest lap. Should be able to gain another position here from Suero. Hopefully. Nah, we're not going to get ahead of him, are we? We do just. Probably for about 10 seconds at most. Come on, Lara. It's all on you, girl. No pressure. If Vosu can finish 16th, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. He won't be. He should. He knows I fucked up. He's probably gonna like, this guy, what the fuck's he doing? He's got a thing for that bird, I'm sure he has. Well, she's a better driver, and she's a lot younger, plus I'm straight, so. Admittedly, I'm real and she's digital, but still, you know. So, how are we doing fuel-wise? Doing okay on the fuel. We're going to have to come back on these tyres for Vosu. I don't think they'll last a full span otherwise. Someone else is pitting. I don't think there's going to be anyone else pitting after this, which is a little bit unfortunate. 14th and up into 18th. I mean, NATO might have to pit. Amura's probably going to have to pit. But there's only 4 laps left. I don't think there's anyone that's going to pit at this point, other than NATO, and only NATO's going to do that because, well, he really has to. Come on, Lara. Can we get ahead of NATO? That'll be a big bonus. That's the only way we're going to gain any positions at this point. Vosu into 17th, nearly into 16th, into 16th. Nearly got 15th from NATO. I mean, it would have been very, very brief. Who's on our tail there? Malado. Malado's not brilliant, is he? But 13th and 16th, with how this race ended up, I would take that. I really would. Come on, keep off Malado. Right, I think we're going to have to switch you to push. And push. Didn't even realise we were conserving tyres at that point. It tells you how little I've been taking notice, really, doesn't it? 14th and 15th. Forgetting to pit him, realising that they're not on the right tyre setting. You know, yeah. So 2 laps to go. We're going to have to dial back on the fuel. I don't think we're going to see it through otherwise. I may just go into hybrid mode. Don't want to run out of fuel again. If we can consolidate 14th, 15th, I'm not going to be terribly disappointed. That's 10th, 8th, 7th. So we're sort of midway between 7th and 6th. Which wouldn't be the worst in the world. So let's go bang. I mean, we're not going to catch up anyone, but we just want Malado to catch up with us, if that makes sense. Still got the excessive fuel. 14th, 15th. They're happy with it. They're happy with it. Don't know why Vosu's happy with it. He could have probably got 13th if it weren't for my cock up. Oh, fuck me. That was a nice stretch and yawn, and I'm going to need a cup of tea after this. Tea fiend. Anyone interested in what kind of tea I actually drink? It kind of depends. if I can't be fucking asked to actually make a decent cup of tea, I just chuck in a bag of PG tips. If I can be asked to make a decent cup of tea, I usually get some loose leaf and stick it in a big pot with a diffuser, because I'm a bit, not posh, but I'm a bit snobby. So we have finished 6th. I'm not really that snobby, I'm common as fuck. We have finished the 6th, 10 points ahead of 7th, but 23 points behind 5th in the Kata performance. But we do exceed our sort of expectations for the season. So we were expected to finish 7th, we finished 6th, which will keep our boss happy. And happy boss is happy life. A bit like happy wife, happy life. Say happy wife, happy life. She'd be happy if she's done fuck all half the time. And then I'd be unhappy because I wouldn't be able to do all the stuff I want to do. But, you know, I can't lie. She done a fucking cracking job yesterday. She cleaned the kitchen, it's spick and span, polished all the chrome. I love it, love it. Right, so what have we got? We came 9th in that race. So he's not happy there. Well, fuck you. We've got a new personality trait there. Special conditions. Driver will not join a team with their rival Wakana Amura. Sweet. Lost 1.354 million there. I should have just said 1.5 million, rounded that up, but I wanted to be specific. So, world champion is Parisi, unsurprisingly. He's been quick as fuck. But we don't have to worry about Parisi or Stefansson next season by the looks of things, as they got promoted. Which is fortunate. Parisi's just too fucking good for us. Too fucking good. So, that is going to be the end of this season. Should we have our little interviews? Parisi, interview in Motorsport, if accept interview. Needs to calm down. He wasn't happy with that, but I think anything else would have been a real bad thing for us. Contracts running down. Okay. So let's go to Lara. Renew contract. Start negotiations, girl. Wages aren't very important. So we're going to make you number 1 driver. We're going to give you a medium length contract. We're going to give you a bonus as well. So if you finish in podiums, we'll give you a smack on full money. Your cost per race. Well, you're currently costing us 684. Will you take less money? Vosu, I need you to be a second driver, mate. You currently cost us 168 grand per race. I'm going to give you a longer contract and more money. And if you finish 3rd or above, I'll give you shitloads of money. Alright? How about that? Should we hang about on this episode for the contracts and wait? Yeah. What we're going to do with this episode is we're going to get up to where we're going to get to the new car, new chassis, and then we're going to end it on a cliffhanger. We're going to try and get these guys on contracts. Do we find another driver? Nah, fuck them. So car repair is complete. That's fine. So what about our staff? They need new contracts? They got 13 months. You've got 1 month. We definitely need to give you a new contract. Your current cost for race is 69 grand. Can we get you on a slightly lower contract? That'd be nice. And we'll give you a 5th or above. Alright. You got 13 months, so it's fine. We won't worry about the rest of that. Championship prize money. Right, lovely. Receive prize money. 9.89 million. We've got fuck all money. We've got 5 million there. Manager of the season, Judith Powers. Driver of the season, William Channon. Don't really care about this shit. Let's get to these contracts. So this season, addition of Guildford Track BGP and driver aids. Driver aids are going to be useful for us. That doesn't really matter at this point. By the way, guys, we've got fuck all money for next season. I'm not confident about next season. Don't worry about that. So you want more money. Your existing contract is 153. How about that? I don't want to give him too much. So, I know that Enrique Lara is not going to be happy. Alright, so Herman Schuyler is happy with his lower priced contract, which is good to see. So we're saving a bit of money there. Is this where we build a chassis? Because it is where we build a chassis. That's the end of this episode. We're not going to do anything. Yeah, that is the end of this episode, guys. Unfortunately, we're not going to find out about Lara either until... So it's a double cliffhanger. Double cliffhanger. Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed the episode, please do like and subscribe. Leave me a cheeky comment. You know, I like the old cheeky comments. Share it with your mates. Hit me up on Twitter. Do what the fuck you want to do. And I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.